Jackson Radio Show.
I'm Dave Chappelle, and I just wanted to remind the audience that the only thing more frightening than watching a black man be honest in America is being an honest black man in America.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Honest Black Man in America. Kevin Jackson, it's Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com, on demand, 24/7, anytime you want it. I hope you tell people about it. Let them know if you're having fun on the show and you're learning something. You know, I don't listen to other people's shows. I get snippets generally. And I watch, interviews of different people. Dan, one of my buddies, Dan Bongino, he's getting a lot of interview time with this FISA stuff. And he's got supposedly the #2 show on digital format. And Dan's a good guy. He's one of the sharpest guys. He sat in for Hannity a time or two. I'll probably do that soon. Sharp guy. Knows his stuff. But I will put this radio show up against anybody. I would. And the thing about it is I feel like, honestly, because people listen to my show and they'll see me out and about and they'll say, Kevin, man, I love your show. And you know what I like most? And I'm like, no, I'm curious. What do you like? And they tell me, it's like we're just sitting around talking. We're in the living room having a conversation. I go, that's exactly what I'm trying to create. I have to conjure you up because I don't see you. But when I'm visualizing us just sitting around talking, I'm visualizing us having this conversation and you wanting to get answers because you know what? I'm curious about certain things. And that's how we prep the show. And there's a pretty good-sized team involved with this, believe it or not. Technical producers, segment producers, then there are production people that have to get the show ready for for terrestrial. So I don't know if you're listening to us at a particular market or they're getting it ready for digital distribution. Now everybody says, Kevin, the show will do much better if you put a camera in there and you do, people. And I'm like, look, I get it. People want to see you, Howard Stern type stuff, and all that. But I'm going, we're until we can get something different. I don't feel like, I'm cute. I ain't gonna lie. I got more than a face for radio, but I don't see the big deal. Well, that's why Shapiro does so well. Well, good for him. Good for Ben. Happy for him. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. Kevin Jackson Shows what you are listening to. If you do want to please contact us. We love it. My producers love getting mail. They do. They read it. And then sometimes we play it back. I'll talk to you guys about different subjects if it's of interest. If you call, we'll play the clip. We will. I want to hear from you. 844-551-8255. If you haven't jotted that number down, for shame on you. Oh man, so I was speaking at an educational conference and it was about winning. What do we need to do to win? And Jesse Waters was the keynote. And I'm good for him. But there were some really interesting people there. I'm not saying Waters wasn't. I personally wasn't that interested in Jesse giving inside baseball. Kimberly Guilfoyle's dating a lot. Navy SEALs like her a lot. And there people get a chuckle. Okay, congratulations. Kimberly's single. She's certainly really nice. Some people think she's really hot. Some people think she's just okay. Some people maybe less. I don't know. But really, that's you come to an educational conference, you're in VIP, and that's what you want to impart. Anyway, no offense against Jesse. That would have been of no consequence, no interest to me. The average person in the crowd was 60 years old, I'm going to say. So, Kimberly's dating habits? Yeah, well, that's inside baseball. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about this hour. I want to talk about the strategies of the Democrats. The strategies. So one strategy has to do with chain migration, and Kirsten Gillibrand had this to say about chain migration on The View.
And now President Trump has a new proposal on the table, a path to citizenship for dreamers, about 1.8 million dreamers, so more than we thought before, and $25 billion for a wall. Would you vote for that?
No, his proposal is going to really end family reunification as we know it. When I look at this issue of our dreamers, these are kids who came to our country with their parents when they were young. They know no other country but the United States as their home. They may not even speak a different language. They love this country. They are college kids. They are serving in our military. They're business owners. They have families. And to rip them apart is contrary to the core values of this nation. Our diversity is our strength. The fact that this is a country founded by immigrants is not lost. This is a country founded by immigrants, and it's what makes our economy grow. It's what makes our communities vibrant. It's certainly at the heart and soul of New York.
Do you agree with Nancy Pelosi when she says he wants to make America white again, and that's what this is about?
I think a lot of President Trump's rhetoric is racist. And let's be very clear. When someone uses the phrase chained migration, it is intentional in trying to demonize families, literally trying to demonize families and make it a racist slur.
All right, everybody. Did you get that term? Family reunification. Chain migration. Now, with the Democrats, you will never hear them say that. They want that to be considered, anybody catch the magic word? Racist. So, why is it racist? If it were chain migration for Russian immigrants or Polish or Swedish, which, by the way, we have some, what would they be saying then? Would it still be racist? See, this is what's interesting to me about the left when you watch their tactics. They want to take a easily understandable term, chain migration. They give it a cutesy little name, family reunification. Well, if that's the case, we're 6 degrees of separation from everybody. Shouldn't everybody be able to come? No. We're only talking about parents, or we're only talking about grandparents, or we're only talking about first cousins, or we're only talking about uncles and aunts, or we're only talking about half brothers and half sisters, step brothers and stepsisters. You know, what are you talking about? You're talking about votes. And now Kirsten Gillibrand has been sent out to say anyone who uses the term chain migration, well, they're just being racist. That's what they are. If you say that term, you're racist. If I put together a montage and had the number of people, Dick Durbin started it, chain migration, that's got slave connotations and it's just not good. It's a terrible thing to say, chain migration. And they want it to work. Let me ask you this. Do you honestly believe that chain migration is going to be replaced with family reunification under President Trump? If you think he's going to let that happen, you're out of your mind. He's going to call it chain migration. Now, let me tell you what the left is doing. Every time he says it, they want him to appear to be racist. Every time he says chain migration, that's what this is about. That's the strategy. He doesn't want to reunify families. No, he wants to protect the families that are here. If you want to talk about family reunification, how about you start in the black neighborhoods?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.